Hey, Bless Tribe, it's Coach Jess. So I am here again for another mental health motivational word on this good day. So, welcome if this is your first time. Make sure you subscribe and all of that good stuff before you leave. Make sure you like and comment below. Good vibes only. So, welcome. Thanks again for coming. And today, what I am going to share is basically just about my day. So, I started on this new assignment that I am on, and God is telling me as an entrepreneur. So, if you are an entrepreneur and you are a business person, an innovation, and you using your creativity, you are getting away from just thinking about what your plan was for your life and you're pressing play in a direction that God had for you. He's saying, listen, you're going to have to switch up your whole route. And I'm like, okay, God, I'm going with you. So he's explaining to me like why I am developing you in your area, using your life coaching and starting your business. Jessica, while you have this dream, your personal obligations are not going to stop. So God is providing me with so many financial opportunities to still be able to keep my life afloat while I am in the midst of transitioning from my career job using my master's degree and my undergraduate degree into my actual gift. So when you switch up your route in that way and you stop thinking about, the workforce and like corporate America part, and now you're starting to use your gift, it looks a totally different. Like Latoya always tell us, you're not going to be able to bring that 9 to 5 mindset to the entrepreneur world, to the business world. It's not going to mesh well. So right now, God is saying, Jessica, listen, you're not going to be able to just focus in one lane. You're going to have to be versatile, flexible. You're going to have to do a lot of different things in order to make sure that you are not letting your financial obligations go by the wayside. So I'm the type of person, I have a really good credit. I have basically just set my life up where that I have everything that I need to be able to take care of my daughter with comfort and freedom and ease. And God is saying, listen, don't worry about a thing. So many things I thought I needed from the corporate America world or from just the working for the state for so long. I thought that was the route that God wanted me to go, but God say switch it up. So right now I'm in another assignment, and on this assignment at this grocery store, as soon as I get there today was my first day starting. So you might can see this is a little tired today, but I'm still plowing forth and doing what I need to do in the kingdom. So really, I started doing some research about how many hours or, how much of myself I'm going to be able to give you guys and be able to make sure that I'm available to be up here each and every day. So God say, Jessica, it literally takes you 1 hour tops to record these videos. And sometimes I do more than one in one day. So I am sharing this journey so that you on the other side of this camera, you can get the encouragement to make sure that you are at least setting aside 1 hour a day to press play on whatever your dream, whatever your gift, whatever your ambition is. But I don't want you to get tricked to thinking that this lifestyle is just something that you're just going to be able to roll over in and be able to have this abundance of finances just waiting for you. You're going to have to put in that work. You're going to have to become a whole nother creature. And God gave me another word because previously to have another financial opportunity, I participated in door dashing. Me and a partner, we did it together. So it wasn't like, it wasn't like I felt unsafe. So basically, me and somebody else, me and my fiance, we did it together as a side hustle. And while we were going to these beautiful neighborhoods, I mean, from like the 800,000 up to like the $1 million and above properties. So this is where the community where we are. We travel to this community and we dominate there. Okay, so while God had me on that mission or had me going through those experiences, sometimes I think like, God, what is all of this going to equal up to? And of course, family members are going to be asking, what are you doing? What is your life going to become? I'm like, listen, I'm going with God. Like I told y'all before, you're not going to be able to let other people fears get into your spirit, get into your mindset of what God is putting deep down into your heart for you to complete. So while we were doing the door dashing experiences or whatever, I would see a lot of deer. And where I'm from Warrenton, North Carolina, and it is a very, very, very small dot on the map, but um, it's country. And we have lots and lots of deers where we're from. And I actually used to hunt deer with my grandfather back in the day. Yes, Coach Jess with a shotgun with the deer. Okay, so I used to miss school the first day of deer season. I think it begins in November. Anyways, I'm not used to seeing deer just chilling, relaxing. I'm used to seeing deer run for their lives because they're usually hunted in the areas that I have been seeing growing up. But when you go transition to these newer neighborhoods that's like $800,000, $1 million properties, the deer are just so tranquil. They don't run. They are like, what are you doing in my neighborhood? And God revealed to me, Jessica, the reason why those deer are not frightened, they're not scared, they are just calm, they are peaceful, they're not being hunted. So God just gave me that example in the spirit, and I want you guys to get this message in the spirit. Like, you're not going to be able to get messages like this in the flesh. Put on your spiritual ears, open up, okay? So he was saying, so the reason why the deer are so relaxed over there, and the deer from the country are just, bred different, and they're running for those lives. They're scared. They're not just sitting somewhere. If they hear a noise, they'll take off running. But these other deer in this high priced neighborhood, they're not being hunted. They're actually being embraced, and they're being cultivated in these areas. People love to see these deer. It's so beautiful seeing a beautiful property, and then seeing how Mother Nature and just the wildlife are just so calm, and they don't run away. It's just like a beautiful sight. The energy is just different. So God just explained it to me as, Jessica, the reason why you have that grit about you, the reason why you have that dog in you, the reason why you have that tenacity and that willpower and that drive in you is because you were like the deer that were being haunted. You were like the deer that, when you got something on your mind, you're going to stay 10 toes down until you manifest it. So the other type of deer, they're more softer. They're more, they may need some coaching to get to where they need to be. And I was just thinking, like all of these experiences was coming together at once. And God was just telling me that we're all different. So sometimes you may see people and they're more passive, they're more calm, they're more quiet. They're just different mannerisms than you are. But because their childhood or their environments where they grew up was different. And it's nothing wrong with either side. It's just that you have to know your role. You have to know what you bring to the table. You have to know why your grind is so much more than the next person, and nobody's better than the other one. But God just was revealing it to me of he's putting me into the season where I am no longer being haunted. I'm no longer being the person who has to fight and grind and prove and show everybody that I can do it too. I'm no longer that individual. He says he's moving me out of that season. And the same thing for you. You don't have nothing to prove. This is your birthright. What the gift that he gave you that you're supposed to be using, he wants you to use that with full authority, power, abundance, with positivity, have that optimistic attitude. He's saying, go forth. The time is now. You are no longer haunted. You are no longer insecure. You no longer have low self-esteem. You're no longer getting high. You're no longer depressed. You no longer have anxiety. You're no longer bound by the abortion, the molestation, the neglect, the abandonment. That part of you no longer exists. So if you have lived that type of lifestyle for so long, boggled down by that negativity and trying to prove everybody wrong, and you've been the underdog, it makes you feel like you have something to prove. But God say, no, it's time for you to get to that $800,000, $1 million properties. It's time for you to get to that tranquility, that harmony that he has for you, that inner peace that he has for you. God say, listen, it's time for you to get away from that haunted attitude, that haunted grit and grind that you got about yourself. Yeah, it taught you how to be strong. It taught you that resiliency. It taught you all of those things. But God say, no, listen, it's time for you to be trained to go in another area. He's going to need you to be more feminine, be more restful, be more calm. And I thought, like I said, I was thinking God was like devaluing me, like taking me down, like, oh girl, you falling off. God say, no, this is where you need to be cultivated. This is where I'm going to teach you how people are supposed to treat you. I'm going to teach you the goods and exchanges services in a corporate setting where you don't have to work too hard, but you're still going to be able to provide your family and your resources and be able to tie into Latoya's class that's coming up in the end of May. You're going to need to be able to invest in yourself and to be able to provide things for you while you're developing this new entrepreneur mindset. You're not going to be able to just sit back and wait for your business to take off and be broke in the meantime. God say, no, he's going to provide for you in abundance. So all the resources that you thought you needed, he said, no more. I'm going to provide new opportunities. I'm going to provide new revenue sources for you. So if this is you, if you feel like you have been the deer that has been haunted out of the sticks and woods with the shotguns, God say, listen, stop running. Nobody's chasing you. Nobody's coming after your gift. Can't nobody go and get your abundance or your inheritance for your family. It got your name on it. All you have to do is have faith and believe that it's out there for you. God is going to allow you as long as you press forward and not just sit there waiting for the abundance to fall in your lap. Okay. So the way that you can get to the experience where you are upgraded to like the $800,000 or the $1 million properties is that he wants you to change your mindset, change your attitude. Know that that is out there for you. You're going to be the first friend to get into those neighborhoods. You're going to be the first friend that is going to be able to go out and to bring these things forth. And you're not going to be able to explain people how you're going to be able to get it done. But that was one thing that God told me, is that you a different breed. So that was the whole spiel about the two different deer, because I was like, I really started thinking about this with some squirrels, because I was on this trail and I'm really terrified of squirrels. I was telling somebody about that earlier and they was like, you scared of squirrels? I'm like, just because they be running all over the place when you're walking and it's just like scary. But anyway, even though I'm from the country, my name is Jess and I'm scared of squirrels, okay? But I keep going anyway. I go through the jungle. I held my head up high. Nobody would know that other than y'all, okay? So anyway, I was still on this trail. So this is a whole nother story, part 2, right? All right. So I was on the trail this morning, and as I was walking, just like I said, giving God my first fruits of my day, just making sure that I'm starting my day on an intentional, positive note. Asking God, what do you have for me today? Asking God to reveal to me my assignment as soon as I get there. So as soon as I got into the environment, I was able to see darkness. I was able to see low self-esteem. I was able to see people who had envious hearts. I was able to see people who do not know their assignment. I was able to see people who was frustrated, aggravated. All of these things was just coming to me. So as God revealed as he pulled the veil off of your eyes, imagine if you was a bride and the husband is getting ready to kiss his bride and he takes the veil off. That's how God will take the veil off of your eyes. When you see people, you don't see them. You know that that's flesh and blood. That's the spirit and the flesh and blood that you're going to be communing with. The agent that you see is just a person and what they look like on the outside. So I don't want y'all to get distracted by these agents. I want you to make sure that you're communing with the spirit, because spirits communicate, not the agent, not their representative. So when I see people, I automatically just see their spirit, and God will give me discernment. He'll say that this is the way you need to move forward with this person. This is the category you need to put this person in. This is a person who eventually you're going to be able to help. But like I said, I'm not supposed to get there and say, hi, my name is Jess. I'm Coach Jess. I'm a bad mama jamma. I got this master's, I'm on the up and up. No, he told me don't go in there and try to do that. This is a learning experience for you. This is a learning assignment and you're going to get paid for it. So as I'm communing with these people, I can already see the assignment as God revealed it to me. So again, if you're on these jobs, make sure that you are looking into your assignment. Just don't be there with no purpose. If you don't know your purpose, ask God, is my time up here? And go ahead and put in your notice and go ahead and move on to your next assignment. But if God say, listen, I got some more growing for you to do. I got some more for you to learn in this environment. I need for you to go ahead and get that degree and let them people pay for it while you're there. All of those things, God is, you need to go ahead and get into prayer and ask him. Be very intentional. We never know the day, nor the time, nor the hour. As Mother's Day is coming up, I'm already, just having some jitters about missing my mom. But God say, listen, she with me. Press play. So I'm still, taking moments to honor her, but I'm not going to let that stop me. You can't let anything stop you. um all right, so I was walking on this trail. I don't even know how I got over there, but I was walking on this trail, and as I was walking, I was already communing with God, very intentional, first thing in the morning. And I began to walk, and as I was walking, a branch just fell down. It was like a little wind blew, but a branch flew down like maybe a foot in front of me, maybe a yard in front of me. So God was just like, now I saw that in the spirit. He was just like, now that is how I'm protecting you. So soon as the branch fell, God told me, you're saved from the enemy's trap. So on my last assignment, or just my youth and experiences I've been through up until now, God say the enemy put a lot of traps out there for you. The enemy had you bound up with substances. He had you bound up with two-faced friends. He had you bound up with people that was going to backstab you. He had you bound up with people who did not appreciate you. He had you in so many traps. But he said, I saved you. You're saved from the enemy's trap. And he also told me people will dig a hole big enough to throw you in to cover up what they've done. So instead of you being able to fall into the trap, they made it just big enough for them to fall in it. So God said you don't have to worry about trying to get people back, holding grudges, or thinking that you're going to fail. Failure is not an option for you. Anything that do not go your way is a learning lesson. You're going to have to get that optimistic mind going to know that everything is working together for your good. And if he be for you, who can be against you? You're going to really have to keep these things on your heart and on your tongue. And he also says, but within a few seconds before their plan works out as planned, he will save you from their attacks to sidetrack. He will save you from their attacks if they try to sidetrack his destiny he got over your life. So your purpose is so big and so grand and so great that if anybody try to devise any plans, he already said, listen, you're saved from the enemy's trap. So as the branch fell out the tree right before I walked up on it, God was saying, listen, I got you, Jess. So the same thing with you, Blessed Tribe. He got y'all. He got us. Have no fear. Move forward. Know everything that somebody try to form against you, he's going to turn it around and use it for your good. And I'm not just trying to hype y'all up. I'm really just trying to tell y'all what God is giving me in my spirit to share. So and the last thing that I wrote down was, he said he'd wish a devil would listen. He said, if you being faithful, you being obedient, you're listening, you are fasting, you are drinking your water, you are staying optimistic, you are telling the devil, no, you cannot have all of my family's inheritance. No, you will not keep me locked up on no job, depressed and sad and harassed every day. No, you will not talk about my daughter. No, she is going to be successful and abundant. No, you cannot get me depressed from taking my mother into heaven. No, you're not going to keep me on marijuana, on alcohol, on pills for the rest of my life. No, you're not going to have me out here having 25 kids with 25 baby daddies. No, when you start really plowing forward in the kingdom and you really start holding your head up high the way you were birthed and designed to be, you don't need to prove anything to anybody. God was telling me about them deers. Listen, you are no longer haunted. Once you really wake up and realize that you are enough, you are authentic, you are brilliant, you are beautiful, you have something to bring to the table, even if it's a smile. Now that is something to be proud of. Even if it's a smile. My mama had a gap. She never showed her teeth, but she always, and I loved her gap. Whenever I see somebody with a gap in their teeth, listen, you're my favorite person automatically, because my mom, she just had a gap. I loved it. I think I had a classmate with a gap. Like, I just love anybody with a gap. But even with your gap, you're beautiful. Even with your skin, if it's darker, if it's lighter, if you are another ethnicity, you are beautiful. Whatever type of education you have, you are beautiful, you are enough, you're smart, you're talented, and God say everything you got right now is all you need. You are equipped with everything you need to use your gift. Yes, you may get enhances, you may take classes, you may take courses, you may get certifications, you may get advanced degrees, you may go to training opportunities, leadership development conferences. You may do all of these things to enhance your gift, but the gift is inside of you. You have to figure out what it is. And I bet you if you ask people around you, they'll start naming off all the things you're good at. But it's so familiar to you that you don't even realize that it's that thing. You're like, it'll hit you like right here in the forehead. Had I known my whole life I was a life coach, I could have been started when I was in grad school. I could have been doing this, but I didn't know. So God is reminding me he wanted me to get on here and remind you all that that's your gift. And I got an appointment in a few minutes. So if you have not scheduled a session with Jess, please do, because they are live. Okay. We press play every single day. And yeah. So that's all I wanted to get on and share today. The Holy Spirit just was rocking and rolling, and I got like 2 more whole pages of downloads. They just coming in like a flood. But if y'all keep tuning in, you're gonna be able to hear them. I can't get them all out because that was like 2 right there in one. So I'm like, listen, I gotta get these out. Sometimes people may not make it to in the morning, even though I got a plan of, okay, I might post them at 5, I may post them at 6, but somebody may need the word that I got for tomorrow on today. So I'm trying to be very obedient. So y'all be patient with me. Keep tuning in each and every day. Share it with a friend. Tell somebody, listen, if you listen, if your mental health is a little jaded, come over here to see Coach Jess. She got free material out here, okay? So I'm eventually going to try to have like some live Zoom sessions, or maybe like a women's mentor group or something like that. And I'm going to be able to commune with you guys in a smaller setting so we can uplift one another and keep each other encouraged with our stories and our journeys and all that good stuff. So I got some things planned that I want to do with you all. But of course, everything takes time. It takes resources as an entrepreneur to get these things off of the ground. But continue to sow into me. Continue to love me. I love y'all. Continue to sow into your gifts. Discover each and every day what God wants for you. You already know the gift. You may not know that that's the thing you're supposed to be focusing on, but do something. Just don't sit there. Do something. Even if it's just cleaning up your house that day. Even if it's just walking 5 minutes, calling a friend you haven't spoke to in a while. Just lighting an incense in your house, eating fruits that day, drinking abundance of water, sitting for 10 or 15 minutes and meditating, praying to God. Do small things, but start somewhere to get onto your path that you're supposed to get on, because it's such a beautiful place to be. And I'm not bragging. I'm just really encouraging you guys to know that this life is out there and can be a reality for you too. You may not be on YouTube, but you may be on another platform, and you also may be active in your local community. But start impacting lives. God noticed every little thing. He know your thoughts. He know your intentions. So if you do it with a good intention, you're going to get rewarded. He's going to reveal himself to you, and he's going to give you that inner joy as a reward. That's the best reward. I don't care a dollar. If I had $20 million today or $0 today, the inner joy and the inner peace that I have, nobody can take it away, or nobody can give it to me, because I got it from my Father. So go to your Father, go to your daddy, talk to him, commune with him, make him your bestie. Your real best friend don't know the calling over your life, but your Father do, okay? So continue to be encouraged. I love y'all. I'm going to be right back here tomorrow with another mental health motivational word. Subscribe before y'all leave. I love y'all. Continue to comment below. I know y'all see me in the comments. I may not be able to comment that day, but I'm coming, okay? I love y'all. God bless.